Yes, you are, Eric. Yes, you are. What is good, everybody? People in past broadcasts mainly is what I'm referring to. But what's good, Eric? Eric, let me hear about it. Let me hear about the progress report. How essential has the new event been? I feel like it had to have 10 extra progress, because you were going through a dry spell there for a hot minute, right? I'm happy to... I'm at when all those the things. Also, people were saying that like the quests are repeatable, so like that's huge. Although maybe at your current level, you're just coasting. You're just coasting through Tengeku like as if there's no problem anyway. So maybe you found a faster farm route in general. But ladies and gentlemen, we're just farming Fredo because there's nothing really to do, and also it's a busy day. It's been a busy day still. But yes, also. Oh shit, did I remember to do that thing? Oh, I don't think I did. No, I did. Okay, good. Shit. Yes. Oh, what do you call Fluff? How did he make out? How did he make out, Fluff? Fluff, for those guys who do not know, was hell-bent on getting a lot of Garus, and I still think kind of is. But with Barbara and Shang Ling, being in the banner, I think Fluff would have been preferred if Shen Yan was in the thing. Regardless, Fluff has decided to go into Albeto's banner in the hopes to get, I think, 2 Albetos. But it'll be interesting to see what he says. I think he said last night he was just going to full send it. I don't know if he went through with it, though. Because I feel like he would have told me if he was like, fuck it. You know? Also, Eric says, Logan, a serious question. Years ago, when I found out that your hands, how hard is it to play video games, or is it no problem at all? It's kind of a mixed bag. I don't know what it is like to not. I've had them my whole life, you know what I mean? So I have no comparison of like how would it be, you know? Like I have no idea. Like it would be one thing if I had normal hands. And then I got with some sort of accident, then I couldn't play, you know? But I don't know, to me it's always been the way it is, you know? But I'm happy that I'm never, well, that might change at some point, okay? I'm working on a video that's some real shit, but anyways, I'm always like top 3 on leaderboards in multiplayer games, just because I think I try, whereas most people eventually just like baked out of their mind playing games. But for me, I try. So I'm always the top 3, so I'm able to manage, I guess. But I don't really find it there. Where I do find it like being super negative, like the limitation of having less bone hinges, essentially, is what it is in Mace. So like for me, I do a lot of kettlebell stuff, and kettlebell stuff is like one of the hardest like grip strength things in the workout world, essentially. And I started doing it, and I was like, oh no, what if I can't do it because my hands are the way they are. But I said, fuck it, I'll just try it and just work my way very slowly through it. And now I got like some sort of freak strength hands kind of thing. Although it's hilarious because it's exactly like the creepy, scary movie Butler, who's like, this is my strong hand, except I just have both, both strong hands. But needless to say, what do you call it? It's not the strength of my fingers, it's the lack of surface area covered. So like when I close my hand, I can almost get these 2 fingers to touch, and these 2 fingers can like get me to where I need to be. But this hand's good. This hand, I can't. I basically have like a lobster claw, like exactly what you're saying. I have a lobster claw, so even if I hold on to a staff or a mace or whatever, if I'm swinging the mace, the staff will just get pulled out of there. Whereas this one, because I was born with a hinge on my middle finger for whatever God knows reason, I'm able to make that little like slip point basically nothing. So I'm able to hold on to dear life. But with kettlebells and maces, I can basically wrap my hand like this, so that it's falling in here, but there's no point throughout the swinging of a kettlebell where the weight wants to go in the open, like against your fingers in that way, at least. So I can get by with that. But yeah, as far as this, like how hard video games are, I don't know, because I have never experienced what it's like to not have my hands. But I would say probably the same. But I think you just learn to use what you gotta use, you know. It's like short people gotta learn to still move quick, you know, and run quick to keep up. I think a lot of people's brains are relative to their environment. So if you like there's so many good examples of people who grew up around like incredibly funny people, incredibly like fast, athletic people, incredible like mathematicians, etc. And just because their environment dictated that they'd be at a certain level, when they get into another level, there's like huge abnormality. Now the bad news is that abnormality also shifts downward, so you'll readapt to be in a weirder place. But yeah, anyways. What's good, Nis? Nis, boy, Nis, how do you feel about the Game Awards? Anything that sought your fancy? Also, I want to know what you guys think about that. Yeah, I watched a video today of a person being like, it was fucking trash. And I was kind of like, I mean, I kind of get the virtue-y nonsense thing was a little much, but... And also, we just seen a lot of like, look, CGI, which... Dude, I don't know. I feel like there's just such a... I don't know how you can talk to a game designer and be like, hey, this is not it. People do not want to see weird CGI weirdness. People want to see the game, all right? Now, if you're Elden Ring and you've already shown like the moment-to-moment gameplay, then yes, CGI is a treat. It's like cool, beautiful, interesting story. But just so much CGI. And the reason why I'm just like defeated by it is because I'm like, man, this has been all going on for years. Like, and nobody's like, yes, I don't know what that is. No one's like that. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, overall, we got some fun games. It's been a real sparse year. I do agree with the meme from the Game Awards, which is like the Game Awards was so much more about like advertising than it was like a nominations. Like I think there was like twice where they just quickly like burned by like, and Forza won best racing game. Also, here's this, Matrix ad, and then they're off. It wasn't like, hey, congratulations, you did fantastic, well done, people love your game, this is why they love it, this is what it did that's special. None of that. It was just like, you've done it, say thank you and get the fuck out of here. Okay, you're eating up our ad dollars. Also, Fluff says 2 more Bennetts and a sacrificial bow. Oh no, I mean, well, I was gonna say sacrificial sword could be good for our boy Garu, but just yeah, dude, it's amazing. It's also brutal that everyone can be just juiced out of their mind about like and then like the week up, people are like, you know what? I'm out. Like it's the insanity of a banner. But dude, I'm hoping with everything in my being, which I don't think I'm gonna be correct, but I'm hoping that Ito's banner is like Gone Yu's, where Gone Yu had like some real shitty ass 4-star people. People were like, disgust me, hate it. She ended up being the best character in the game, like just stacked out of their mind. So I'm hoping, dude, Fluff, look at me. I really don't want to, I don't want to be cursed, man. I really want to like a character and then be strong. But every time I like a character, they're kind of just okay. And I keep hitting people worm tonguing me, being like, hey, yeah. He's not gonna be good. You're gonna need his weapon, and that weapon's gonna be shit on anybody else, despite it intrinsically feeds into itself. Eat me. Actually, no, it doesn't. Never mind. It has crit damage. I think it did at one point intrinsically feed into itself. That's Albedo's weapon. Never mind. Fuck. But still, crit damage. What? Like, that's also great. Although I get it. But fuck. Shit. Anyways. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just feel a little bit broken inside. But I'm very sad to hear that you get another Albedo. Are you just gonna keep going, or are you gonna try to at least get like a good college try, good 30 wishes, or three pulls of 10 pulls, just to get your boy. Hurry up and let me unleash. Also, I still haven't done Spiral Abyss. I fucking hate it. It's not even like it's hard. I'm sure this time around it will be. But it's just that it's like, don't make me do it. I don't wanna. Also, why do I always miss you? Also, imagine, we're gonna have to fight these guys in Spiral Abyss with more health? And they're already, like, I'm doing 17k per proc, and it's like we're doing nothing. Like, shit. God in heaven. I mean, guess if I have Yoimiya. Or sorry, Eula, not Yoimiya. Eula, that might not be the worst, but it still probably won't be great. Also, yay, he's running away from us like a mile away. Great. Anyways, Eric says, "Oh, it's super easy. I'm getting green milk medal for killing 40 screamers, and oh shit, maybe I don't do this today. I forgot. I needed those books essentially, a talent book attention. I don't know if it's up today. Let me continue and I'll recheck." But you said you're killing 40 screamers. You'll repeat. Let me know if that's hard. Plus, the event doesn't end till January 17th, so I've been playing Outriders. Ooh, nice. Ooh, how's your progress in Outriders? Dude, okay, that's what I was about to say at the beginning of the stream. I was like, did we plan to do something today? I thought we said, like, we're going to do this, and then I don't remember us doing it. But basically, dude, my Outriders thing, I'm ready. Like, I've functionally gotten everything that I needed to just succeed. Yeah, so I've gotten like end game builds. I just need to ascend things. So I think I'm ready just to fucking coast, which is good. It took me forever to reroll, forever to get Blood Sacrifice as a mod, which is basically end game requirement at this point in Outriders. If you do any sort of gun damage weirdness. Also, is this prophecy? A prophecy of something? Enlightenment. We need, where the fuck is my little notes? We need elegance. Elegance! We do need to do this today. Okay. Well, let's go to this place first and do that. Also, Eric says, like, you can't play Claw when people put their fingers on top of their controller. It's playing like a crab. No, for me, man, I do this. So I can hold my controller like this, so I'm good with that. But I have to do this. I'm not sure if you can see it, but basically, my hand is like this. So I have to do that. So basically, I'm controlling as if you were to do this, as if you were to come from behind, and then my joystick is like this. So if you ever see my elbow like do that, it's because I'm playing competitive. But most of the time, I can just chill out, and it's not that bad. But also, a lot of it becomes like weird second nature. You know what I mean? I don't even know what I'm really doing. I'm sure everyone's kind of like that to some extent. To burn a little bit of this, even though I probably should burn a little bit of other stuff as well here. We'll just do a lot, don't worry about it. We'll do a lot today, it's fine. Also, Fluff says, I'm still holding 90 wishes. Okay, okay, but you're just using those little ones every now and again. Anything I get above that will go towards Albedo's banner from hopefully chance of C2 before the next banner. Okay, good. Your 90 wishes, dude. If you got... If you go 90 and get that's some bullshit. Don't even put that negativity in the air, me. It's not happening. It's not happening. But I will say the game has changed for sure. For sure with our pulls. We are going to immediately, what's our damage? I don't know. I don't know what the damage is. All I know is it's pretty far off. But anyways, yeah, we're basically gonna go into this one. And I think I could start single playing. I think the pity starts at 64, but we'll start at 60 because fuck it. But yeah, we're 12. Okay, no, there we go. We're 12 pages deep. I'm not sure if anyone wants to do some quick maths, but yeah, we're very close in terms of pity to getting a character. So we're gonna do single pulls. Single pulls. If I can get a Garu in like the purple light, I'll be fucking just juiced out of my mind because I'm guaranteed to get Itto. Anyways, but then the weapon banner is also not very good for mean when I want. Like this weapon banner is also, I haven't looked at it really, to be honest. Actually, no, it has two really bad ones on there. Anyways, but if I could get like Itto's weapon, I'd be so happy. I'd be like, oh my god. But watch that not even be good enough. I just don't want another repeat of Yoimiya, where Yoimiya was a character where like you needed to get, her weapon in order for her to feel like she can actually bite back. Whereas for me, to this day, I still feel like I'm just like, what do I do with this? So even if Itto is like subpar, his weapon will make him probably subpar but passable, barely, maybe. Who knows? That's worst case scenario. He also could be as nuts as I thought he might be because of him triple stacking into a thing. Regardless. So if I could get all of it, then I'd be at least happier about that thing. And honestly, all I really need to keep is what is it called, like 15k probably, 15k going into Ganyu's banner, because I think it's 22 to guarantee get a 5-star. But since I'm skipping the next banner, which is Shinhi, whatever, I should regenerate some Primo Gems, probably 40k Primo Gems, probably. If I do Welcome Moon, probably get back to, again, 6k, which again, 15 would put us around 22, which would be another guaranteed get. So that's our pool of spending. So yes, but anyways, I do owe you guys just 3 wishes. So here we go. It's every stream we stream Genshin. We're streaming, yeah. I don't know what the pity is. It doesn't matter. Honestly, there's a lot that we could get from here that I would not care about. If it's a weapon, neat. But at this point in Genshin, I don't know if weapons are really at. But hey, we got purple. I don't know if that's pity or not. Who knows? I got 60 of these. Yay. Anyways, whatever. Thank you for giving me a single anything. All right, cool. All right, we're done. My obligation is now forfeit. Good. Okay. Also, Nis says, I've been playing it on PC. How you been? I've been good, man. Thank you so much, Nis. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a, honestly, well, actually, Nis, if I'm just going to be honest with you, if I'm just going to be like, hey, you made the mistake of asking a person how they are, I'm all in. I'm just, no holding back. What do you call it? This week, dude, it's going to be really interesting because yesterday I did it, okay? I did it for the first time in a long time. I didn't upload intentionally, okay? But we also streamed for 4 hours straight. Also, the Game Awards did not need to be 4 hours long, okay? At all. It could have been, like, if you took away all the ads, all the virtue things, you just have, like, a nice solid hour, maybe 2 hours, just cranking out awards, maybe giving the authors that won a little bit more of a, upper hand, or applaud, sorry. Also, Lone Syndicate's jumping in and playing with us. He also needs these books, maybe, or just wants to help, although he is not in the chat, and that saddens me, because I always like to see Lone Syndicate. But, what was the other thing I was saying? Hello, sorry I'm late, forgot to start early today. No, it's all good. But it is I, Lone Syndicate, I dance, what the fuck? I dance for the honor of evil. Lone Syndicate, why can't I jump in here? What's happened? There we go. Okay. Oh, sorry, but on the topic of this week, I've ever since I think it was Wednesday, I've been doing like waking up really early, going to work in a constant state of movement, streaming on the days that we had to stream, and then working out either in the morning before I even went to work or at the night when I had nothing left. And it's getting real, like, I'm like 4 videos ahead. Luckily, we have the Game Awards, and I really want to make a Saints Row video, a Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep window, and a Nightingale video, because that game looks so fun. Also, it'd be really fun to cover that game on the ground floor. Also, we always need more games to play on stream, and if it's like an indie darling, procedurally upgraded game over kind of like Ark, I think we gotta have fun with it, especially with going into different realms. If they do it right, I think that game could be really fun. And then what was the other one? And then Forsaken, which is also coming to PC, by the way. That's super fun. It's PS4 and PC. It's weird, but awesome. Also, am I good? Yeah, this should be enough. So yeah, I'm juiced. I'm juiced up for. Luckily, there's a lot of videos to just like bang out and do, so I'm safe. But yeah, usually at this point in the week, I'd have like 2 or 3 videos ahead. On top of what you guys have already prepared, kind of like a pack rat that packs more rats, essentially. But yeah, what's good, Adam? Adam says hi. What's good, Adam? Thank you so much for stopping by. Adam Bomb, how you feel about Game Awards? What's good? What do you think? Was it too much? Was it too little? Was it a lot of Matrix Reloaded people who didn't want to be there? Maybe, I don't know. Also, Eric says, I want to be the man at the top of the blood hunt, but I need a PS5 first. I think the game will go far for what it is. I truly like the game and the idea. What is blood hunt again? What's that? Sounds familiar. Sounds like something I think we've talked about. I don't know. This, and this. Also, Adam, are you going for Itto? Is anybody going for Itto besides your boy? I feel alone in this world. Okay. Oh, the Matrix game. Oh, the Matrix game was fly. Yeah. Well, what was it, man? Was it like I never really got the Matrix game? Was it just like a quickie game, or was that like a remaster or like a redo or a re-release of the old Matrix games? I don't know. Or like that old game on PS2, I think, or PS. 3? I don't know. It was just a Matrix game that people loved, but it was kind of like a niche thing. Yeah. Also, Fluff says most of what I am looking forward to wasn't first announced at the Game Awards. Saints Row looks exactly how I hope it would. Forsaken and Wonderland, etc. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That Nightingale game looked cool to me. Like, yeah. Again, I think it also depends. Like, there's so many games that have, like, an interesting premise that just whiff, like, really hard. Or they're announced, or they release their game. Like, I think there's this happy window between, like, the Ark Survival, what is it called? Like, the early access. Where, like, you need to have enough where people, like, get excited at the prospect of what the future could be. Not just, like, shit out this weird idea and then try to quickly sparse it together, you know? Like, I feel like kind of happened with Grounded. Which, but also, I don't know, I like Grounded. I don't know, I just find the same thing happened with Grounded where, like, there was a little bit there, but, like, I don't know if there was enough to really sink your teeth in, you know, to where, like, you could feel like you could really thrive. It's like, it felt like one of those games where, unlike Ark, where it seemed like you could tame a bunch of creatures, even though it was a nightmare, you could still do it, whereas the Grounded game from Obsidian felt a little bit more... instead of saying like, oh, I want to follow this and I want to like do the tiny little things just to keep me here until the next big update, if it made me feel like, oh, this is a game I'll come back to, you know what I mean? Which I feel like that's where you lose people. You want to keep people like having something to do, which I think Ark is a great example of. Like, I remember like watching YouTubers who had like a house full of these tiny ass raptors just because that's all they would do in the meantime, but it kept them satisfied and it was a good laugh too, and they could play with their friends, you know, even though it was kind of a buggy mess. Ark at the beginning, as most of the games are at the point. Also, Fluff says most Itto should be great with or without his signature claymore. I hope so, man. I hope so. Fluff, you're being the guiding light right now, which I desperately need. Quickly switched. Oh, god damn it. I want to switch to Raiden Shogun, but because she's not on the normal button press, I'm thrown off. Stitch says, "Hello, big red leaf man." What? Is this saying? Are you saying Canadian man? Because I'm a Canadian and we got a big old red leaf as a flag. Is this like a way you were like, "Hello, Canadian man," but you're like, "How do I become more complicated?" Good to have you, Stitch. Always good to see you, buddy. How do you feel about Game Awards? Anything you're excited for? I want to gauge you guys what you guys are hyped for, so maybe I can make a video about what you are most excited for. You know. Because I can make some about what I'm excited for, but if you guys are like, hey Grin, you need to give a closer look to this game. Looks dope. Also, Topic is in the house. What's good, Topic? Lone Tickets. Oh wait, no. The White Blind should probably be the best 4-star. Otherwise, yeah, no. Again, he does look like he has a good free-to-play option kind of thing. So yeah. But I don't think it's as good as, like, again, I think his 5-star weapon it's insane. Like the difference between the White Blind and his 5-star weapon, which I think they had to do because otherwise people would be like, don't buy his thing. He has a really good free-to-play option. So they had to be like, okay, hey. But that also worries me, man, because what if they nerfed his damage because of his need for that weapon? That's what I feel like they did with Yo and Me, but I don't know. Lone Singlet says, hello, sorry, it's late. What do you mean I'm here? Well, I know you're here, but you were in game, but you weren't in the chat. So I was like, is Lone Syndicate like at some place right now? At work playing on mobile? I don't know. I know you play on PS4, right? So you couldn't tell, I don't think. Fluff says, that's an interesting mental image. What did I say? I don't know what I said. Alonso says, also, what's up, Grin? How are you? And yes, I refer to myself as a third person to use reference from... Gotcha. Your obsession. Gotcha. Fair enough. Are you here? I can't see you. Fluff says, my 90 wishes should allow me a chance at it. Dude, I hope we can get them together. I hope we can, like, because, yeah, it's just me out here. It's just me out here. Oh, my goodness. I'm about to die. Jesus Christ. I will say, man, that's the one thing I wish they would retool to some extent, because it does seem like a pretty big hindrance, but it's with the geo things, like with getting shields, there's no, like, you oftentimes accidentally pick up shields when you don't need them. Like if there was a way to like double stack resistance if you collected a shit ton, then that would maybe make sense. But I almost wish like until my shield breaks, do not collect the shard, you know? But it doesn't, I don't think, do that. So you're kind of wasting stuff, and you kind of got to play away from these useful things, you know? Well, I guess most things don't last long enough for you to ration them, so I guess it's like, just collect them. It doesn't matter anyway. Although, man, that's the one thing I was really considering, like going in like on Itto's banner, like so basically going to get Itto, letting him come home, essentially forcing it if I have to, and then going to the weapon banner and seeing our luck there, and if I had any like. Maybe even if I just ate shit and just bust my ass wishing on Itto's banner and get nada, then I would, or on his weapon banner and getting nada, then I would go back and maybe throw a couple more wishes at, try to get more Garus or any Garu if we just get super unlucky not getting him. But now, I don't know, man. We might still do a little bit of that, but yeah. I'm kind of like, I was considering like going pretty hard. Like, what's better, 4 Garus or 1 of Itto's sword? I don't know. But now it's like, I could get. It's not about getting 4 Garus. It's about getting 4 Barbaras. Okay, at C6. I already have her at C6. Pain. All right, but it's getting another 4 after that. That is even more pain. You know. Also, why fucking Topic is out here being secretive? Getting messages redacted. Fluff says that's early access for you. It was pretty bare bones, yeah. Lone Singing says if I somewhat get Itto early, grin. Oh, if I somehow get Itto early, grin, cause I like somewhat close to pity, but I'm going mainly for the weapon. Ooh, you going for his main weapon? For why? Why are you going for the weapon? Just aesthetic? You're like, damn, it looks nice and clean. It looks like a volcano. I get it. This one, there we go. Ooh, but man, I hope so. I hope y'all get him. I hope he's not the worst. Again, I tend to have, yeah, quite bad timing and taste when I'm like, hey, that character looks super fun, aesthetic, and I like the way his kit works. And Mihoyo's like, let's fucking kill him. Let's just bust him in half. Make him just wrecked. Make it so that like you need all of the things to make him fun and work. Because I don't think, what is the one character which I've bet? Razor's the only one, and even then that was not. I mean, I guess Zhongli. Zhongli was a nice find, but Zhongli also came out busted, and I was rewarded for my like appreciation of a character's design. You know, rough. Simply put, rough. Eric says, Logan, I really appreciate you and your videos and your content. You made me look forward to playing Let It Die when I had no Wi-Fi and my mom kicked me out of the house. It's all good, Eric. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I do my best. People always incredibly sweet, and I don't ever want to make it seem like I used to be like extra bad at like receiving very kind words where I was just like, shut up, you're wrong, but thank you, which is just rude. All I can say is that your comment made my day. Thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words very much. Eric says, and you kept me interested and informed, and not only games I liked and that we played and progressed together, but your lives too. I honestly appreciate you. Thank you, Eric. I guess the sweetest thing I've heard all day. Thank you so much. All I can ever do is strive to do my best, and for me that'll have to be good enough, and I'm happy to hear that for you it is as well. So thank you. A Topic says, has so much fog this morning. Today, I got the day off at work today. I'm about to head up to floor 103, go! And the highest floor I've gotten to is 105. I want to try to get to 110. You can do it, man. That's so damn close. Ooh, I bet things just keep stacking, right? Is there a point of diminishing returns in that game? Where, like, eventually, like, if you made it to the 100th floor, and you're able to kill things, you're continually able to kill things, or do they just like, because in my experience, as soon as I got past the 60th floor, things kept getting like super tanky, more tanky, did more damage, all that kind of stuff, to where eventually I was just like, if I get hit once, I'm dead. So I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go down. So I wonder if there is like a point of diminishing returns where they're like, okay, let's stop scaling up everything, because it's a nightmare. Stop hitting me. Also, Fluff says, there's no enemy. Where the fuck is any enemy? There we go. Well, no, I still have my... Okay, no, I don't. I didn't... I guess I regenerated a little bit of particles. I think it's mostly Lone Syndicate who's keeping my head above water when it comes to my alt. But that's also... What do you call it? Topic. I'm sorry I breezed by it. What the hell is... The fog is so bad that you got your day off work? I mean, I understand when it's like winter. Like when it's like wintry outside and shit. But goddamn. Goddamn, you fog? That must be like some dense ass fog to make it so people are like, nah, we have to leave. I love the Let It Die videos. Thanks. Yeah. I gotta find another game that's in the same kind of thing. But the question is, what is that game? What is the game that's kind of, what was the magic of Let It Die? Was it that no one was covering it and I tried to do my best? Was it the fact that it was like a hard, difficult game, so it kind of created like a niche community, but if you were able to push through the adversity, you were able to be amongst similarly psychotic people, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I think probably a little bit of both of those, if I could put my money on it. I think that'd be it. Maybe it was just that it was a Souls-like game. I don't know. But yeah, I'm curious because I wonder what if there's a game out right now that I could play and cover that would like excite you guys in the same way, you know. Also, I need to. I think I already condensed my thing, so I think we're gonna burn 2, not 1, but 2 fragile resins, which is quite a bit actually. But that's because Ido needs a crazy amount of his talent ascension stuff because he requires something. I don't know what it was. His alt requires his talent. He needs every talent to be leveled up. So like everything's valuable. So you're gonna need a lot of mats. Also, Fluff says the 5-star is possibly one of the best claymores for anyone, not just defense scaling characters. I know, man, but people, I don't know. Fluff, I feel like sometimes, man, I just like, I guess, I don't know. I think I'm starting to overvalue other people's opinion. Or I'm like maybe they're on some shit. Maybe they're correct, but I'm like, have they ever built a defense scaling character? I don't know. I don't know, weird. But yeah, no, I keep listening to like that. What do you call it? Tectone wasn't all about it. MTash wasn't all about it. Yeah, people be like, this weapon is not it, and I'm like, maybe I'm crazy. I always thought like a crazy amount of critical damage and a weapon that buffs like the white blind only gives you what, like, and that's if you're able to ascend it fully. It gives you like what, like 24 into defense and into damage or attack, right? And it scales off of I think attack percent and not critical damage. And also uses the small amount of attack that you do have for more main physical damage. So I don't know. A part of me, I get where you're coming from, Flop, but at the same time, I'm like, am I losing my shit right now? Is it me? Am I the problem? I may be the problem. That's totally okay. But I just want to make sure. The rat pack. The pack rat, more rats. Oh, okay, I see. Fluff says, I'm in a similar position with a C5 Barbara, but I'm pretty sure I still have plenty of constellations left for Shangri. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'm in a real bad spot. I'm in like a thing. Again, it could not have went better in terms of me failing for Hu Tao, because I was getting it out regardless, because I just like the character a lot, and I'm at the point where nothing matters in this game. But yeah, I was waiting for this perfect time, or I was like, oh man, I got really unlucky for Hu Tao. But in retrospect, no, I got the perfect amount of lucky because I would have lost in this banner if I didn't have that happen, you know, if the outcomes didn't fall where they may. Also, Eric says, I almost have the helm in Let It Die uncapped. Oh my god, the fancy armor? God damn. Jealous. That's the one thing you told me. I'm super jealous. Lone Syndicate says Eric. No, Lone Syndicate says Grin. Sorry, I wrote your name above me. Grin, beware of the idea of C30 Barbara. When you go for Ido, and hell yeah, Grin, Ido's sword is the sword of the badasses. Like they wouldn't anyone get that for look. Yeah, you love the look. It looks sick. I agree. It looks absolutely badass. Yeah. We on the same page with that. Oh. Kokomi keeps my ass alive as well as Bennett. Let's do this. Let's do this. What's good, Zombie? Zombie says, howdy. Just keeping it real simple, real southern charm. Love it. Fluff says, ironically, considering the leaks of Jade, the Jade series style Claymore, they show, yeah, I know, yeah. They were like, also, it's like people agreed that like this is one of the coolest weapons that they've ever introduced in the game. Like this Claymore, it's like volcanic and looks super crazy. Looks like a giant katana, horse cutter sword. But they're giving it to Itto, who has an alt that overwrites his melee look. So it's like, I mean, okay. But also, if they would have sold Itto's corn dog Claymore, because they haven't made a club yet. So if they made a club weapon for people, ooh. And also, it makes sense that like Itto would hold a giant club because he's a defense scaling unit. So it makes sense that there's this weird like thing. Also, they have the same color palette, like red and black. Xinyan and what's her name would just work with that, you know. Fluff said, "Let It Die" was definitely a niche you filled for those that needed it. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. The game is toxic, but the community is so wholesome. Yeah, well, Adam, I agree, but at the same time, there's some people in here. I would say my community is pretty fucking killer because I don't take things too seriously, and I was all about like, hey, guys, let's just relax, let's calm down. But shit. There's some people that really hated, your boy, making videos, etc. Took the game real seriously. Hated that I didn't reach like floor bazillion, and I was like, man, what's your problem? I'm just trying to have fun with a video game. Jesus Christ, people be crazy. Anyways. Oh, I missed my one hit, but everything's dead, so it's fine. Lone Singlet says, I think I was that grin, the fact that no one was covering it and you seemed to know what you were doing when you did videos on it. But that's the thing, Lone Syndicate, I was just doing like the bare minimum. Like that's the hilarious part is like, it doesn't matter. Like one of the things that I'm like, was really dawning on me, and it's really kind of like awesome and terrifying at the same time. But value is relative, because I would consider a lot of my like Let It Die videos, like we just made, what was it? We just made, like I think the week of, I made like a video of Deathverse. I made a video of Genshin, the updates and stuff, and I added like goofy memes. We did a video of Toma. I added nice editing. I added some goofy fun like meme things that I thought would be fun and like make you guys chuckle, etc. Which I would consider like a step above some other content that I happen to watch in the same environment. But if people are just covering a game enough, run. like if you want, hey, tip from your boy who's been doing this for a long time, and I'm like this last year, honestly, last 4 months, I've been like really analyzing how other people succeed and etc. Value is relative to your environment. So if people are hyper providing, like supply and demand, if people are hyper providing in an environment, you need to go like beyond. But there is a point where like the amount of effort that you would have to do to contend is so much that you're better off just looking at what everyone else is doing at this high level and just going to any other community and doing it. Because if you go to a certain community, even if it's popular, but no one's doing a thing that maybe in another community they did, and you find a way to meld it and make it so that it works within the new environment, people will gravitate to it usually. But it's just kind of like, I made a video on Deathverse, you guys really liked it. I made a video on Genshin, and it got nothing, even though it had the same value or like editing effort, etc. But it's because no one covered, I think, Let It Die, so therefore by investing in that whole thing, I think it had a better outcome, so to speak. But it's just one of those things where, like, to me, as much as I like Genshin, I don't know if there's ever a way, like, I gotta try to come up with some crazy ass shit in order to make this, like, in order for me to stand out in a community where there's hundreds. And it's funny because people have already tried and done that. You know, Envy was the person who was like, I'm gonna make a whole series based on me basically trying to do everything free to play. So he found a niche and captured it. I don't know if there's a lot of niches to capture yet in Genshin, even though I like the game a lot, you know? So that's why, like, to me, I'm like, Nightingale, or what, that one game where I'm like, okay, if I get in quick, early, and do my damnedest to be helpful and informative, then I think that might be it. Elden Ring might work as well, but there's just so many people that just love Souls games, you know? So that might work too, but I don't know. Well, yeah. I think that we could do some fun things with Elden Ring, yeah, but it'll be like suffering. Like, I think that's what I'll look at Elden Ring through the content lens of how can I experience the most amount of suffering whilst we play, and that being the hook. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of Dark Souls stuff where it's like defeating the final boss with the first starter weapon, essentially, or not the final boss, sorry, but like defeating the first boss with a shitty rusted weapon, which you unlock like a good weapon early on to fight him. So I think that might be the play. Also, I guess we could do this one more time. Why not? What's good, Reaper? Reaper says, hey Grin, I would like to ask if you can still get the free primos if one should log in, don't know, maybe next week. Oh yeah, no, Reaper, you should be able to be good. The only requirement for the primo gems, my friend, is to be adventure rank 7. So you should, even if you just log in through your phone, I think you should be good, yeah. Honestly, I think you should be fine, yeah. If you said next week you'll be able to jump in, yeah. As long as you're able to jump in a timely manner, I think you should be good. Yeah, I don't think I think it's the one thing is that you need to have been like somewhat in the game, and you have to be at least adventure rank 7 to get the things. But yes. Also, let me catch up on chat because I fucking went on a stupid tangent about content creation. I know, yuck. But still, I just don't think it's very interesting to most people. I think people don't want to know how the sauce is made. You know, people just want to enjoy the content. Also, honestly, dude, I felt that a little bit. I made a video. Okay, we're gonna go on another tangent. God damn it. Yeah, I got you, Reaper. We're good. What do you call it? What do you call it? I made a video a while back talking about like, what was his name? Dale Carnegie's like basically charisma book, like a self-help book. And the whole book name is how to make friends or how to win friends and influence people. I made a point to like talk to you guys about it because I thought it was super interesting and really valuable. But at the same time, I also think people in the back of their heads were like, he's doing this shit on me. And I'm like, well, yeah, I want to make you guys feel better and feel happier and make you guys feel like you're part of this fun thing. Like, of course, it'd be, what do you, like, what's the other alternative? Would it be me being like, fuck him? Or like, to just think that I am some sort of like blessed by the heavens, super charismatic person? Hell nah, bitch, I'm working. I'm trying to make this happen, you know? Ah, shit. Also, we need to do my things, but before we do that, my dailies, sorry, but before we do that, I want to catch up on chat, so forgive me for being super slow. On the topic of the weapon, Fluff says Albedo is going purely defense isn't the way to go. Yeah, no, I seen X-Slice's video. It's defense. If you have the free weapon, it's defense, geo, defense. I seen that bit. I was having consistent 20k crits when I had critical damage circlet, so I'm gonna strive for that with the new artifact set. Same will apply for the Claymore. Yeah. To me, it seems like for Itto, it kind of changes. It depends. Because, it's all just like you want a higher crit. You want enough crit rate to survive. You want a lot of critical damage if you want to hit hard. But you also need a lot of defense because it scales up your damage as well. So I think it's always going to be defense. If you have Geo, it'll probably work, but if you could get defense again, depending on if you have his weapon or not, his 5-star weapon, definitely try to go defense, or you go Geo again. It's not going to be a huge problem. It's just you're not going to always have your alt up, you know, but you're always going to be able to dip into that defense in your normal attack and charge attack. Also, that will feed into your alt and such because you're building up charges or stacks. Anyways, but then critical damage or critical rate, I think, is where you're going to go. So for Itto, I think the conclusion is defense, Geo or defense works, and then critical damage or critical rate. But you don't want to go defense rate on his final piece, I think. Also, Zombie loves Eula. Me too. Or, Eula. Lone Singlet says, I think with the J Cutter, has an HP passive and one sword upper scale. Yeah, so it feeds into itself. That makes sense. Yeah. I guess that's true. A good sword, Claymore, a passive, even other characters' defense, so it can fit into anyone, or am I crazy? Well, I mean, you think it'd be the same thing, right? Because everyone has built-in defense, unless it stipulates that it's like defense up to like past the point of normalcy, you know? Fluff says, well, That's where the claymore is also great for Noel and Shinyan. Eric says you made every video where there was on Let It Die and learned and grew with us every time you put a video out. I was the same place as you were learning from me. Really, Eric? I guess that's true. It was like a part of the process. And I guess that's also, I'm going to take a picture of that, Eric, because I feel like that's a pretty good assessment about how it was. Because I think that was a part of it as well. Where are you, Eric? Let me highlight your comment. Just because this is always good for me to write this down. But yeah, because I feel like a part of it was like the game had a lot to learn, essentially. So there's like, I'm encountering that with games that I'm trying to cover right now, where I'm like, there's not that much. Like, again, Into the Pits, it's an amazing game, but I'm like, if you just know these 4 things, you'll never die ever. You know, like, not even a little bit. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's all there is to learn, essentially. So it's cool, but it's also like, Whereas Let It Die, there was a lot of angles. I think that's why I also got frustrated with Let It Die, is because it was unfortunate that a lot of the answers, at least to me when I left the game, when I was kind of over it, was the Assault Kamas fiasco for me, you know. Fluff says, exactly, HP and defense are both stats worth having for survivability, so having either provided more offensive power is solid for anyone. Yeah, I think endgame players in Wales tend to like look at HP and defense though as trash, unless you're a Hu Tao, you know. But there's always those contradictions to the rules, and hopefully they keep making characters that contradict those rules. Thomas video made me laugh. Nice. Adam says, I think the reason why people like your Let It Die, well, maybe mostly myself, is because if you put in the time and effort to hard work pays off. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. So if we even though it was like, yeah, because that was one thing. Like I was blown away that I did not get more hate from Let It Die, because there'll be so many times where I'd be like pissed off, I'd be just screaming and just complaining about shit. And then looking back on it, I was like, there's an answer to that question. Like that's pretty, it solves the problem. But maybe to Eric and Adam's point, it was everyone was at the same level almost of like, well, fuck, this is bullshit too. I totally understand. And then the next couple videos, we kind of slowly start to unravel. Okay, well, maybe we should do it this way. And then it worked out. Eric says, plus the editing and thumbnails, you taking me to watch the whole playlist for the. Yeah, but that was the other thing, man. That's the one thing where I was just like I Google other Let It Die people, and no one really did the thumbnail thing, or like title thing, or like find, like, again, just a classic age-old thing for what do you call it, Let It Die, or like YouTube stuff, but like guides or farming, like to know enough about the ecosystem of games to realize farming tips. How to, those are all things that like people search for because they want to know how to do something, or they want to know how to gain a lot of something, so they know that's farming, so they look at it that way. But no one titled their videos properly, which is why I always had to say, like, I went down the Reddit rabbit hole, which is true, but I went to like some YouTube videos and I kind of got a sense, but people also didn't explain things. But also I kind of felt bad. I knew how to do, like, I almost wanted to reach out to some of those content creators and be like, could I like mark it for you? Could I like take your footage, give it good tags, give it a good thumbnail, do a voiceover that clearly explains things, and then just upload it, and then like I'll credit the shit out of you? But I never had I was too antisocial. I was like, I don't want to talk to people. But it probably would have been for the best, especially working with people on how to actually take down the Forceman, because I had just, like, they did it, they were willing to do it. I could at least show people how they did it and be clear about the cost of what you're going to need to work towards to get it. But you know, hindsight's 20/20. Anyway, playing Elden Ring. Also, let's get back to the game. Sorry, it's been a little bit. Quests or dailies. I'm gonna go bang out my dailies, Lone Syndicate, and then we're gonna do whatever you need. What do you need for good old whatever, the weapon, etc. I'm gonna go for the weapon, but I have no expectation to just get it. Sorry to say that, but it's true. So we'll see. I could go and just woof. Not get anything. So I haven't been preparing for building the weapon because I have no idea if I'm gonna get it. That's a little egotistical, even though I did do that for Eula's because I'm trash. Maybe that's how you do it. Maybe the code in the game is like he prepared. If a person prepares and they don't get it, yeek. But if a person's just with it, like just spending money on the weapon banner, fuck them. You know? What if there was like a passive little AI thing that took note of that? That'd be crazy. Also, Zombie says, I just got Kujo-Sara from the standard brand. Nice! Kujo-Sara is one of the most aesthetic looking characters ever, man. I just wish her kit was a little bit more, I think Kujo-Sara suffers from, like, just doing, like, one thing really well. You know what I mean? Which is not bad, but it is also kind of, yeah, you know, like, it's good, but I don't know. Like, Bennett really shits on everybody. Even if someone gave more damage than a Bennett, I don't know if they'd ever replace him. Just because it's so nice to just have that little bit of extra kick, you know? With the healing and not having to worry about all that. Yeah. This could be a mistake. Woof. Okay, we're okay. Shit. Also, Fluff says playing Elden Ring is, as it releases, will be a very good idea. With a lot of the knowns still presented, guides are very few. Oh, great. What the hell happened there? Why did I fall? What was that? Also, god damn it. Okay, we're good. Oh, thank God. I was going to say, is it really? No, we're fine. Could have been much worse. But you were saying would be fun to discover it alongside. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. But what do you think? Do you think we should stream the share of the game and play it simultaneously, or just stream progression, like all of the progression? Or what I think my plan is, generally speaking, is to kind of stream it and play it alongside you guys, as well as like on my time, like maybe at night I'll do a little bit more, and maybe even look into like how to get weapons or how to get an advantage, and then try to make a video about that and also stream that whole thing. But I want to very quickly pivot to doing like something that like basically, I'm sorry, this is way too much inside baseball YouTube talk, but maybe it's interesting. But the one thing I want to do is something that would captivate people. Like the videos that I always watch about like the Dark Souls weird thing is someone doing like a shitty challenge feat. Also, like I don't know, to me, like if I were to do that on stream, that'd be something for us to do in the background to kind of have fun with. Also, you could like, I don't know, maybe guys won't like this, but I like, say if we are just like choosing a fucking weird challenge for us to like try to like, you know, overpower this boss in this really weird way with this really weird build or whatever it could be. Oh god, oh fuck. I thought the stream crashed. Usually when Genshin crashes, the whole game crashes, which is not good. But anyways, adding like, if we're doing like this boss kill challenge thing, adding the ability for someone to donate a certain thing to immediately like tank the run, essentially. So if like, again, I go by this by experience. So I watched a video where a person took like, it's like 5 minutes to melt down a boss and never got hit once, and just hit this boss like 1,000 times. And then for just some asshole to be like, restart, would be demoralizing, funny, but also if you could get paid and like have your suffering be worth something, then maybe it could be fun. But I don't know. We'll see. Again, I think at a base level, we'll just be playing Elden Ring, streaming it a shit ton whilst we're playing it, and then I'll try to like learn more about the game and progress off camera a little bit. But I don't know if I'll ever do bosses without you guys. I think that's just a fun situation, you know. Although I don't know, man. I like the bosses. Yeah, like when you're streaming and you're like fighting a boss. It's almost like it's anxiety inducing, almost like where you keep failing and you're like, I'm better than this, and they're watching me fail, and I know I'm not this bad, so you start having like this weird psyching yourself out kind of thing, which is a little rough, but yeah, no, to me I think that's something I'm just gonna have to get through, where I'm like, hey guys, it's rough. Okay, we may spend 10 minutes or 20 minutes on a boss. Usually doesn't happen, but that's usually because I get up, I go get like a glass of water, I come back, and then I'm refreshed, and then I can take them down. You can't do that on the stream because people waiting, people want to talk and hang out and shit. Yeah. Also, Topic says, I am now going to floor 05. If I beat this, I'm moving on to the highest, which I've been is 206. Nice, yeah, I got that, Topic. That's awesome. I can't wait to hear back, see if you've surpassed your limits. Good old All Might, all that. Also, Zombie says, I like Eula, but no luck with her artifacts. Yeah, man, it took a long time. Like a long time to get even slightly okay artifacts for Eula, so I feel that it's rough out here. But at the same time, also, goddamn, I hate the fact that it like just completely bricks your like characters. Like I had like, what do you call it? Ryan Shogun was up, but they're like, you know what? Fuck it, let's switch Bennett and her completely around. Like why? Let's just keep them at the same. Anyway, we'll do this. This. Fluff says, but full defense may work with C2 Albedo since that means defense scaling on his burst. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think so, but I thought I heard someone say like even if you have the defense thing, you don't go full, you never go full defense. But maybe I misunderstood X-Slice, which is true. He goes through all of like the meticulous detail, and again, the whole point of his videos is that you can just kind of like skip to the part that's relevant to you. So you're like, okay, well, I have the one weapon, so I'm just gonna skip to what he said about that, and you have. Also, let's get C-Mode. C-Mode says, have you farmed Ido's artifacts yet? I mean, I've done a little bit. We could do a little bit more again, depending on if Lone Syndicate has anything he needs to do, which I would hope he does, so it's not just a parasitic relationship of him helping me. Also, oh thank God. Usually when they don't have these here, so it's you gotta switch to a character, it's a mess. Also, Zombie says, Ido, I'm skipping Ido. How dare you? How dare you? I get it, but it's fine. I don't know, man. Like, again, I'm kind of like, how does this happen? You know? Again, husbandos have never sold well. So you think they would hyper stack them to be good? Because they don't sell well. So you have to, like, tease another, like, hey, here's the thing. Here's why you would do it, you know? But no, well, I shouldn't say it because Ido does look good, but I keep drinking the Kool-Aid. I was super excited for Ido, and then I keep watching these videos of people being like, I'm not sure about it, guys. Could be shit. And now I'm second guessing myself. But I've also been wrong in the past, which is why I'm like crippled about this whole thing, you know? Eric says, plus, you was struggling with the exact same thing I was and told me how to get over humps the best possible way. Yeah, I guess that's, thank you. Yeah, but for me, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of like, I guess that's kind of true. But for me, my whole thing is like, what is like, I know, how do I put it? If I were to tell you that this thing, like how to do something was going to require you to like spend 20 plus hours grinding for this thing, I was like, ain't no one going to like that answer. So I made a point to find like answers, like the what do you call it? The path of least resistance for my community. You know what I mean? Because I think that'd be like, okay, that's reasonable, or etc. Or people might be like, people might go look for other information in the like Let It Die community, and they might be like, oh, nope, that's a way more of a buy-in. I'll just do the easier variant, and then you know that would help my videos or whatnot. But it got to a point where, man, there ain't no good answer for like end-to-end game Let It Die, where it was just like, nah, bitch, you gotta start climbing, and you gotta hope you get lucky on some art, like decals. You gotta hope you use this shit properly. Yeah, and not to say that there's not like a barrier of entry, because I do know people who are super good at Let It Die who can like just, like they can probably like beat the game in like nothing. Like they just know how to leverage every possible advantage to where they're just cooking. But to say that everyone's going to have that built-in knowledge pool and the amount of time that it takes to build in that knowledge pool is a pretty big buy-in, to where I just don't think many people would be like, yes, I'm good with that. You know? Also, Lone City, I'm going to kick you out, and then we're going to jump back in, and you can tell me if you need anything. Because I got to cash in my dailies, that's why. Fluff says, also, Godfall and Prison Architect are currently free on the Epic's game store. Man, I remember when I was excited for Godfall, and then I was like, oh, dang it, I can't play it because other games are happening. And then I just heard it was a bad situation. People were upset, and it was very not good. And to me, I was just like, ugh, this is like a Battleborn all over again. Except Battleborn was at least a really good game. Yeah, apparently. I don't know. Apparently Godfall looks amazing. Just don't think people apparently were like, no, it feels horrible to play. So I was like, oh, shit. Eric says, plus you speak English and had conversations with people and wasn't like you just gotta grind and hate when other people did that. Yeah, I mean, that's true. There was a lot of like, there was the bilingual bit of business, and there was also people who were just, again, like I don't know, because people always like say like Let It Die community was like pretty wholesome, and I was always like, I made sure like I didn't bring it home. You know, like there was a lot of people who fucking hated the shit out of everything. Like people who took the game super seriously, people who like felt like a god because they reached a certain floor range, and I was always just like, okay. And I walked away. There were plenty of instances where I seen like a person mention my video and just shit all over me, and I was like, all right. I'm just gonna keep trying to work. That's why I always like, and I think it subconsciously started to get like through, because I always used to say to you guys like, I almost just put myself below other people just so that they didn't like feel like they had to be rude, essentially. So I was always just like, I'm just happy me chilling at the bottom, you know what I mean, with the trash. Like I was always just to be like, hey fuckers, I don't want to be where you are. Leave me be. Leave me and my people we're just alone. And it worked out. At least I think. I didn't hear many people get shit on in my comments too much, but yeah. Lone Syndicate says, I remember getting back into Let It Die and typing in Let It Die guides, and your videos came up, and that's how I found your channel, and I went to watch the whole. But really, to me, a part of me is like, I gotta figure out how to do that again, because so many people tell me the same shit where people are like that whole playlist people watch. We made like 300 videos, dude. You watch the whole fucking playlist? God damn. Although it is like a journey. It is a literal journey of like nothing. Like, and also I had an interesting idea for the whole premise. Like I forgot about that. But my whole premise for like the first season of Let It Die was I want to prove that this game can be beaten without spending a single bit of money, without like spending any money in it. And then we did. We beat the game largely. We kind of like super skirted the edge though. We kind of like made a way. We beat it without knowing how to do it again. Essentially, we like used death mails. I just fucking brute forced it. And then later we made videos. I went back and I was like, okay, here's how you actually beat it without any sort of like fuckiness to it all, because they gave us leverage points that we didn't originally have. Yeah, like weapons, Kamas, all these things. You know, knowing not to go into the fight with a weapon, etc. But yeah, fucking Lone Seeker says, actually, Grin, it's 472 videos. That blows me away. But then again, people like, it breaks my mind that people say that Let It Die is like a couple years old. Like, I can't even comprehend it. Like, when people say, like, I think Let It Die's on its 6th or something, year anniversary or something, I'm just like, what? No. It feels like 2 years, dude. At least to me. Maybe I'm just deluded. Sexy says, I'm not late. Bursts out of box. It's fine. I'm happy to have you. We started quite early. I've learned to not farm for 5-star weapons early. If anyone else feels stupid, keep in mind that I still have all the materials to level 90th stat since the first banner. Oh, that's pain. That's pain, Lone Syndicate. Also, Lone Syndicate, do you ever say that like you need something? My Eula artifacts still suck to this day. You want to go do Eula grind? What are we doing? Stream and videos when you're playing on your own time would be ideal. Okay, challenge runs are really saved for playthroughs after your first. Oh yeah, no, we're not planning on doing it soon. I just think, to me, Fluff, or how I want to look at some of the Dark Souls videos or the videos in the future, is I want to find, like, it sounds weird, but like, I want to try to make a video that I would click on. Like, even like to me, like, so, like, can you beat the first boss with the weakest weapon in the game, or the fifth boss with the weakest weapon in the game? Like something like that would be like, okay, like what does that look like? And maybe it is like, that's a stream, like two streams, 5 streams worth of us trying. And then I can just take that stream content, make it into a video, and have it uploaded. Although I will say, for whatever reason, my streams look blurry whenever there's stuff happening. I don't know if that's my internet connection or what, but I kind of want to fix that. Either that or I have to record and stream at the same time, which is a little bit hard on the PC a little bit, but we'll see. We're trying to make some stuff happen. Also, sorry I'm reading the top of the chat. The stream's not delayed. It's just I don't want to lose any comments. C-Mode says, have you yeah, a little bit, C-Mode, not enough. I haven't really decided, I haven't really leveled up the artifacts yet to see if we're good to go. I need artifact domain, but it's also what? I need new artifact domain, but also Azda. Well, if you need the new artifact domain, we're gonna grind for some, what's his name? Itto right now. Also, I got 56 or 63, sorry, I can't see. of those. Also, I got these. Look at it. Boom. They called me crazy for making 500 and something of them. Look at me now. 643, I mean. Look at me now. Eat me. What are we doing? We're going to burn... we'll burn 2 more of these. That'd be a good bit. Yeah, it's not a fuck up. I thought... I was like, do we have time? Yeah, we do. If you would like to join those syndicates, shoot me a request. Oh, I don't have any more things. No, don't do that. Fly things. Where are we going? This. Quickly, we just need 1 or 2. There we go. Accept. Also, I'm gonna quickly catch up with chat. Zombie says, I really got mad at Raiden loss. You lost to 50-50 and they didn't get her. Dude, that sucks, man, but I get it. That sucks. That feels bad. But she's great. I hate to say it, but she's great. It is a loss. Okay, I'm sorry, Zombie. Forgive me. Phantasm says, waiting for Shao and Gon. I guess that's that. I guess I got pretty good taste. We got Raiden, Shogun. Honestly, looking back on it, I think I only really fucked up once, which was Yoimiya. That's also because I liked her aesthetic design so much that I was just like, it'll be fine. It'll be okay. They wouldn't do this, right? Right? Oh God, no. Not like this. Oh, it's good. Phantasm. You haven't seen a hot minute. Hopefully, take care of yourself. Waiting for Shao and Gon. You're a good man. There's like some guaranteed DPSs right there. C-Mode says, should probably wait until the crafting, the theory crafts release some of their experiences if you want, if you don't want another, well, no, see, that's the thing, C-Mode. As much as that, like, how it's going to work for me personally, which is a super big red flag. So, how it's going to work for me is as soon as we're going to be streaming the release and all that stuff, wait, yeah, it's just, yeah, we're going to be streaming the release, but we're going to be trying them in the test arena. So, I'm hoping that, like, by being able to feel the character out and see if we're okay, it will be good. Well, I'm also worried because in the test run, they always give them their iconic weapon, and his weapon is really catered to him and, like, buffing him up to an incredible amount. So I don't know, but at the same time, I'm at the point in Genshin where, like, I don't need damage. I don't care. Like, it'd be one thing if there was an end game thing that required you to get a lot of big boy damage, then maybe. But even then, I don't even know if I'd care then. You know. Like, I don't even aim to 5-star Spiral Abyss. I just do it cuz. Like, yeah. Yeah. So my point is that, yeah, I'm going to go for him probably, even if he's a little bit not as crazy, as long as he can get by. Not even that. As long as he feels good to play. Because that was one of the things that frustrated me. Is in theory, Yoimiya could have been like a fun bullet train, arrow storm kind of feel, but never really became that. At least not to me. She kind of still felt like a... like kind of a clunky mess in a way, because she keeps pushing backwards. She auto locks on random targets, whereas I think it'd be, I'm not gonna say it, but I hope it's good. I hope it's hard to fuck up such a cool kit. Also, people be talking shit about Ito's kit, and I'm just like, you fucking, I hate y'all. It's fucking people. Again, it's like, just the reason why I'm frustrated is because it's not uniform. You know what I mean? Like, people like this, but then despise this, but they're the same thing. You know, so it's weird. Yoimiya is great, even still, she just isn't the burst DPS was expected to be. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, Fluff has said that. Lone Syndicate has said that too. I've seen people who argue it. I still, to this day, I'm like, I don't agree. I still agree with the same thing I said, which is if you were to give the same level of investment to other characters, even of lower status, they'd still fucking obliterate her. But that's my take. But then again, I could be dead ass wrong. Yeah, to me, that's always been my understanding. Fluff says, since Square Enix has come sort of supposedly permanent exclusive deal with Epic for their PC parts, I'd likely add a few more actual purchases to my Epic Game Store library. Okay. Oh yeah, because Square Enix? Okay. Yeah, Square Enix is great. Seamode says, I think Yoimiya is great too, Fluff, but I also understand Fluff's Grin's issue with the expectations that she would perform well even without the weapon. I can't really get into the main things because I haven't experienced it again. But are you in here, Lone Syndicate? I think you're in here. Are you in? No. Okay. Yeah. Well, there's that. Oh no. Are you in here? Oh, you are. It just looked like you weren't moving. Weird. Maybe some lag. But yeah, I know. Yeah, for me, it's a really weird case scenario because again, and maybe I'm like cursed because I seen stuff at the very beginning of of Genshin. Like, or sorry, I seen like videos of people showing off Yoimiya's potential, and it made me frustrated because they had like the most broken stats ever, and I was just thinking in the back of my head, if you give anyone like 280 crit rate, they're gonna fucking destroy everything on the planet. Like, it just seems disingenuous to say that's the character's situation, you know? So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, my whole thing was that like, that was my take. It's not that Yoimiya could not deal damage. Any person in this game can deal damage. You could get Amber and just get Shincho, Shangling, and Bennett, and any character. It doesn't matter. They're a stat stick. You just need to keep firing and fire somewhat fast, and you'll be okay. It's the fact that Yoimiya does basically everything is broken in her kit. Her ult is on a 2-second window, but doesn't hit very hard. And also, you cannot aim where it goes on people. And also, you fundamentally have to use the character and not just instantly swing off her. So like, she's like jack of all trades, but super not good at any regard. You know, like whereas Jean, an amazing character and does 60 things well. Even current characters like Raiden Shogun, yeah. So it's relative to their environment. Again, I had the same thing when I was talking about Yoimiya in the past, where I was like, characters are, the weakness and strength of a character is governed by the relativity of their environment. If Yoimiya was in like The Last of Us, she'd fucking blitzkrieg everything. But she's in games with characters of her same ilk, and there's primo gems are rare. So yeah, you know. But again, if you enjoy the character, you can make them work. That was never the thing that again, we made a whole video about this where I was very annoyed. I regret having such a tone in the whole video where I was just like, what's happening? But again, you're totally able to love a character, but if we're genuinely trying to compare units and like to ask the question, are they strong? Strength is relative to your environment. So yeah, I don't know. To me, that was one of those things I just kept seeing people just have just weird arguments, like people strong-manning arguments, like replying to questions that people didn't originally answer, and it's like, well, wait, it's not what? What, you know? So yeah, what's good, Nanny? Oh, Nanny, how's the quiz stuff going? Are we finally in the clear? Or are we still in the purgatory that is this hell? Also, what's good, Angle? Eric says, it's really crazy how Let It Die, we started off naked and no armor, and now fully kitted, almost gods in the world. I hope so, man. Hopefully the one game is just as good. Deathverse. Love says, yeah, fair, some characters are more geared and specific weapon dependent. Second says, I don't know what's going on, but that's sad, Lone Tiger. What do you mean? Oh, about the Hotao thing? Lone Tiger says, I need a new artifact domain. Second says, Hotao haunts me. There it is, status points. I forgot to do nubs, not nubs. No, nubs yesterday. Also, Phantasm says Elden Ring, depraved wooden club build killed the last. Yeah, man. There's also a guy who did all of the games in like one run, like never died or got hit. That's what it was. Never got hit throughout the entirety of playing all of those games or something. And you're just like, what? Oh, okay. just breaks the mind. So absolutely someone could kill the boss with nothing, you know? Theoretically, you just don't need that guy. You just that guy. That guy never gets hit. You can just hit someone, do 1 damage. If they have 1,000,000 hits, that's a lot. That's a lot. Hopefully you can hit fast. Lone Saint says, me, who has 248 Shao lanterns. Grin. Pathetic. Exactly. I'm that cat on the stairwell being like, ugh, how could you? Lone Saint says, also Grin, if Yoimiya's bow ever had a rerun, would you go for it? Or so you would use Yoimiya? Well, it doesn't. So here's the thing. Maybe you get Yoimiya. Maybe she hits really hard. She's still a clunky unit. So for instance, like you're trying to fight, this has happened so many times, you're trying to fight an enemy, like say if you're a whale and you're just killing it, you're fighting an enemy, but Yoimiya is locking onto the wrong enemy. Say you use her ult, and now you're, and what do you call it? It locks onto the other enemy that's irrelevant, but it's super far away. Maybe you kill the enemy in front of you, but then the alt jumps to a random enemy that you're not fighting and it's further away. So now you're spending time running towards your target because when you can't auto-aim with Yoimiya. Yoimiya aims based on the person that is in her closest proximity. So you still have to run, even though she is a ranged character. She's a character that is fundamentally broken. Just completely doesn't make any sense. People talk about like, oh, she can't deal damage. It's not even that she can't deal damage. It's that her kit fundamentally is clunky as shit. Like people say Razor's clunky or some shit. Craziness to me. Play Yoimiya, and when you're like, there's a guy who who has vaporized comp on them. He's the one that's wedded. You're trying to fight him, but then Yoimiya is like, that guy over there. Let's fight that guy for no reason. It's awful. It's awful. It's what makes me terrified to play range characters now, where I'm like again, Ganyu, you can aim. You can aim. So there's some silver lining. Anyways, that's my Yoimiya rant aside. Anyway. Fluff says, I don't consider Yoimiya a waste or a mess up. I do, for the reasons I mentioned. Just because of, even at a baseline, her poor, like, clunky nature to her all. Also, Fluff, have you played Yoimiya? Because that to me is like a little, as much as I do the same thing, where I'm like, I don't know if I get it, or it's bullshit, and I haven't even experienced it, so fuck you, I'll agree that's kind of a fucked up thing to do. But you can't help it, because you wanna throw your 2 cents in the ring, which I agree. I do that constantly, so I'm not, like, I'm with you in this weird way. It's a trait within people. But yeah. Those are the messiness. Also, here's a fun question. Why do I never, ever see anyone play Yoimiya? Ever. I'm subscribed to a lot of people in the Genshin community. I don't see anyone play her. Why? People play fucking DPS Chi-Chi. What? Like, shit. There's clearly some sort of thing, or a reason, a functionality. Again, I think it's just largely in the fact that you cannot control who you prioritize, which is a huge hindrance in this game. Also, sorry, Lone Syndicate, do you want to keep doing that? Yeah, sorry, I'm selfishly thought that only through my eyes. Forgive me. Just keep doing it. Also, no, I didn't want to do that. Goddamn, I want to wait for you to... There we go. Yes, bring my co-op person in there. Oh, I thought that meant, like, go in there without them. My bad. Also, I'll just support the shit out you with Benny and, Shingling. Lone Secret says, remember back in the day, in the test run, all characters used just the Favonius weapons? They still do that shit, Lone Syndicate. I still feel like Mahoyo is run by 6 different apes just popping off. And one of them really knows how to screw in that light bulb, you know what I mean? But other times, the other ones, he gets busy or something. Because shit, still so many choices in this game where I'm like, why? Why? There we go. Hey, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Not a YouTuber, but a good guy. Lone Syndicate's gonna pop off with Yoimiya. Another reason why she doesn't make any sense. She has one of the coolest charge mechanics. You're never supposed to use it ever. Ever, ever, ever. It is almost like, why even create this thing that homes in on enemies if you are never supposed to use it? Again, this character is broken. God damn it. You can like her, but it doesn't change the reality of it. Just does not. Things don't work. Okay. What's good, Red? Or Kai? Thank you so much for stopping by. Sorry you're catching me in a little bit of a hot moment. Oh. Although that was the one thing I wish I would have said in those videos is I wish I would have had Diona leveled up so I could have shown her potential with Yoimiya, because I do think that's not a bad synergy with her. Zombie says, waiting for Monday. Azdaha needed Eula 8, 6, and 6. Okay, what is my Eula at? I don't even know. Give me a sec real quick. My Eula is at, because I stopped leveling up her talents, 7, 8, and 8. I stopped leveling up her talents because I had to do this. Boom! Oh, you guys can see it. Like a 7, 8, and 8. I had to do this. Wait, boom! You've seen it probably already, but yeah, disgusting. But also, I get it. People who like Yoimiya, I get it. Although Razor's also just he functionally makes sense. Maybe he doesn't reach as high as damage as you want, but his kit like perfectly synchronizes into itself, which is what maybe that's satisfying for me. Maybe that's what gets me. Where I'm like, ooh, that's it. That hits. You know, I understand how this works together. Oh, you did it, Nanny? Holy shit, you're all done? That's so good to hear. I was about to say, I thought you came in here one stream and was like, hey, I finished. But I was like, maybe, I haven't seen him in a hot minute. Maybe he's just busy. But yeah. Hope you take care of yourself now. We miss you. Quickly. Oh, fuck, well. Never mind, I didn't have time. Let me quickly place down this. I do this. Boba, do your thing. Ooh, you hit for 7K, 16K, not bad. Oh, that's me. That's me hitting for 16K. Sorry. Sorry. But what do you call it? That is a goal that I do have. So again, who cares? Who cares about damage, GPS, all these things? I understand. For me, I do plan on still making Yoimiya. I just have to find out a way to make her the most support build I can possibly manage. Which again, if I were to give to anybody else, it would probably be significantly better. But still, fuck it. The heart wants, the heart wants. Still think she's one of the most aesthetic looking characters in the game. My favorite design character, I think, in the game, besides maybe Razor. Red says, was good, Chad? Fluff says, I mean, like how I made Albedo and Shangling work wonders, as they are characters I enjoy long before either had the ideal gear. Yeah. No, I don't. Again, you can. My whole thing is like, it's kind of a thing I say to people who back in the day, for people who are like, well, no, you can, like, Yoimiya is good, and then I'm like, I don't know if you're using the same things. Like, you can make any character work, you know what I mean? So that's not to, like, again, it was the same thing like back in the Yoimiya situation where you were having one conversation and then a person would like attack it from and attack a different question, and you're like, wait, this is not what we're talking about. You know, we're getting lost. And then everyone kind of walks away confused. At least I did. Maybe it was just me, but yeah. Oh, I gotta wait for you to come back in. Also, I might as well just do this. We'll do Shangling. I got also 90 of my characters that I love to bits. I did 90 Yoimiya, by the way. Also, just in case anyone doesn't realize, like, the pain in my soul, in my fucking whole shit, like, just fucking, it's this. In fact, let me just see something really quick. I really hope, real quick, I really hope you have Yoimiya pinned, Lone Syndicate. Check information. God damn you, Lone Syndicate. I was gonna check your thing. You don't have Yoimiya pinned? God damn you. Anyways, I was gonna check out I basically, I don't know if let's see. I mean, now Grin, they switch up weapons every now and then. Oh, let me catch up on chat. I think I'm talking too much, which is, you know, streaming. So yeah. Also, Red says, I have watched before, but never commented. I find your content quite professional, and I wonder why you don't have more viewers. Red, you're too sweet for me. I'm gonna melt. But as far as why I'm not successful, don't know. I'm the worst, maybe. but also, I think I've also been on YouTube for such a long time, and I had really bad videos, like cringy squeaker teen videos. That those videos, people watch those old videos, they like see a squeaker kid, they review them poorly. So every time I release a video, the algorithm sees my channel as a channel that gets like no real attention, or if it is attention, it's maybe negative attention, because I used to have like older kind of crummier videos. And those videos, I think, hold me back potentially, because that's my only kind of like thing. Also, maybe I'm just terrible. Again, I made a joke, but that could also be it. But if I could attach it to anything, it might be that. It's the fact that I have so much built-in content in the backlog that because basically how YouTube functions is on watch time. So if you have like a lot of people who are watching your content. Did he do it? He did not. I thought he might have done it. I probably could have asked and he would have done it. But anyways, but yeah, if people watch your video and click off, like watch 5 minutes of the video and click off, then the YouTube algorithm sees that as like, that's bad, because you're not keeping someone engaged and hooked. But also, I find it really cringy when people zoom in, fucking do like, oh my god, gunshots. It's too much. It's too much. But that's why people do it, is so people constantly keep locked in. But I don't want to do that to y'all. But anyways, I don't know. Simply Red. But thank you, Kai, or Red, for being so sweet. Lunskin says, Grin, would you say Kokomi is better than Yoimiya at this point? I think mechanically she works, especially with the new artifact set. Yeah, I would probably put, again, because at the base level, it's the way her kit functions and interweaves within itself. That's my kind of big issue. Like, even if you can eventually pump her damage in some way, it's the fact that you can't aim your normal attack, and her alt doesn't hit the right person. So you're like, you have super randomness, but then you have no leverage gain for the randomness. You know, like, it'd be one thing if her alt hit like a truck or her bullets just mow down people. Also, she gets stagger locked, so you need certain characters to keep her safe, or else you cannot deal damage. And also she backpedals constantly, so you're gonna get out of range even faster. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I'd say probably Kokomi is better than Yoimiya at this point. Oh, but I didn't get to it. Oh, you need Azda? Okay, we'll do Azda. But anyways, I want to show you guys this. This is why I have such a fucking brutal take on Yoimiya. It's my most excited character I've ever been. I 90'd her day one, and I brought her talents up to 9, 9, and 6. 9, 9, and 6. That is a lot of investment and a lot of resources. I also farmed her artifact set to death, to where I think I gave it to Yoimiya, or Hu Tao, sorry, Hu Tao stats. Hu Tao has 228 crit damage and 27,000 thing, and also has 25,000 HP. I gave all of Hu Tao's things, or Yoimiya's things, to Hu Tao, and she killed. So I have really good artifacts, really good stats, still could do nothing. So that's why I'm so bitter, is because I did it, dude. I put in the work. I fucking tried. And then people kind of try to tell me that she's not that bad. And I feel like I'm gonna rip my goddamn hair out. Now, that being said, I never got Yoimiya an amazingly perfect weapon, but she still had 220 something crit damage. Okay? So, like, if I did get her weapon, she'd just get 280 crit damage, and it would still be fucking possible. Okay? It still wouldn't be good enough. Anyways. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's funny because I feel like sometimes I'm just popping off on you guys, and you guys are like, we didn't, great, comment, we're not, what? I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. But that's why. It's because I have a lot of love in my heart for that character, and I tried to make it work, dude. And then people are like, she's good. You can make her work. And I'm just like, I got nothing left. I got no more effort or trying in my heart left. And again, if you were to give any character those stats, i.e., I gave them to Hu Tao, and she just kills. So yeah. Also, if I were to be able to give that, like, get C1 Hu Tao, my Hu Tao would have fucking eviscerated shit. Anyways. Red says, also, I got Yoimiya. I knew about her weaknesses, but I find her... I know, man. She's one of the most aesthetic characters in the game. I'll never fight anyone. That's why it hurts so much. It's so fucking frustrating. I want to play her. I want to have fun, but it's not even that she can't deal damage. It's that her clunkiness gets in the way of you actually even just enjoying the combat experience, even though you love the way she looks. Anyways, I 100% agree with you about Yoimiya. I am upset how they messed up her kit. Still not over it. Still have... Fucking my brother. Red, my brother. Thank you so much. Fluff says, I only tried her with her trial. Tectone dedicated a whole video of her and didn't even utilize her full kit to show what she can do. My brother still uses her, especially whenever Pyro is ideal. Again, I seen those. I'm not gonna do it. I don't like starting shit, but I've seen those videos and it was bullshit. But anyways. Fluff says, Natty says, Maya can hit for 30 to 40k vaporize, and I like 18 to 26k pyro. What do you mean? You're Maya? What do you mean? Who's Maya? Or Mia. Mia can hit for 30 to 40k vaporize, 100k just pyro. Again, guys, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. My experience with her has been shit. Okay. Fluff says, again. Maybe you have her 5-star weapon. In that case, I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, we're not, what? You need to get a 5-star weapon and a character? The weapon is cursed. Why are we talking about 5-star weapon damage? People are like, well, wait, you can get her more damage. And then I'm like, if you just use this Black Cliff Polar, but you still have to pay for her. So it's like, what are we doing? Fluff says, plus, Lone Syndicate used her during the Ito Wolf boss battle farming the other day. Again, It's not that you can't deal damage. Okay, I'm not doing this. I'm getting a little tilted. I gotta calm down. You guys just ask questions. I think it's because when I see you guys asking questions, I see what I've seen in comments so much where I'm like, we're not having the same conversation. I'm not saying that you can't deal damage. I'm saying with all the investment that I showed you, which if I were to give that to any other character, and they do, I made a video about it. I showed Yoimiya and Hu Tao in the same video, synchronizing their team comp, and it still was not nearly enough. And I had triple the investment in Yoimiya. Even again, Yanfei. I've seen videos of Yanfei where people slap with Yanfei. And again, if you were to give the same investment to Yoimiya to her, which you can't really because you don't have the best artifact sets for her, as you do for Yoimiya, which has just so much damage amplification. And yeah. Malik says, I did 70 pulls on the Eula banner and nothing. That sucks, Malik. That's feels bad. Red says, I find Yoimi is a ray of sunshine. It is feels amazing, man. I loved her kid. I loved her story. She's like a really nice people person as well. Loves kids. It's like just charming, right? But yeah, it's the other stuff. It's the other stuff. Also, how are we doing this? Lone Syndicate. Also, we're good. We have enough time. I was talking for too much. You doing Raiden Shogun? I'll do Benny for sure, but I just don't know who else we should do. I guess this will work. Hopefully. What's good, Astroblade? I haven't seen you. Oh, actually, no, Astroblade, you're here all the time. Never mind. Sorry, Astroblade. How you doing, Astroblade? Hopefully having a lovely day. Lone Singlet says, I mean, now, Grin, they switch up the weapons even now and then, like, they used, oh, yeah, of like, the trial runs and stuff being cursed. Yeah. Give me a sec. Fuck. Okay, Lone, Nanny, remind me to check your character in a minute. Malik says they're saying Ganyu is not coming in 2.4. Like, where are getting the info from? I haven't heard that at all, Malik, but maybe. I've heard that it's gonna be Shinhee and Yunjin and Ganyu and maybe Xiao, but I don't know, man. I also said that I heard a rumor and I heard a rumor from random people and not my people. Like I'm a part of a Discord Klee leak squad, which is very cute and very fun and wholesome, but also, yeah. But anyways, they're right about just about everything, and they're also very careful to be like, this is backed up by a random asshole who has not proven himself to be correct yet. But otherwise, they're pretty on point. I don't think they've been wrong about anything, because they always make a point to be like, this is, we don't even like, yeah, we have sources inside. They don't say that that's even relevant, you know. What's good? Ivy says, Grin, can you get back to Let It Die? Question mark. We call as long as there's new content, man. When there's new content, I'll jump in and cover. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have a bad time with a video game I love just because. Well, there's no reason, honestly. No reason. Nanny says he wants to feel or feel it. What does that mean? Oh yeah. Oh, no, thanks, Nanny. Oh yeah, Nanny gave my. Dodge. Oof. Are we done? I think we're done. I just want to get some more particles for the road. Oh no! Fuck it. Yikes. We're gonna have to generate a lot of particles. Yikes. But I'll look at your Yoimiya in a minute. Is it just because you don't have a 5-star weapon? You're doing 46k? Again, Nanny, I think you came in a little bit late, but again, it's not. It's the whole thing was never that she couldn't deal damage. Again, even if she did herself poor damage, she what do you call it? Again, a lot of endgame is reapplying elements and such, but even still, outside of all that, what we call it's the clunk about her, where like you never guarantee aim who you're trying to aim at, and again, if she feels so fun to play, why does nobody play her right now? Or maybe I don't see the people. That could just be a circumstantial thing. I understand that, but yeah. Astroblade says, "Ew, kids. What do you mean? What's wrong with children? Children are lovely, wholesome, innocence, also horrible and cruel." Zombie says, I want, do you want a crown? Eula time will be needed. Yeah, man, it always is a grind, especially with just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the artifact frame will cripple you. The talent ascension will, it seems like less bad. I don't know, how many crowns do I have? I never checked. Or I have checked, I just haven't checked in a while. We have, where is it? Is it here? I don't know how we see our crowns. There we go. I got 7 crowns. I think I might be crowning Ado. But I don't know if I don't know. I kind of want to crown all of them. If he's good. Again, if he feels shit to play, then I'm like, all right, well, this is just history repeating itself. Feels bad. But let's check out Nanny's character. Where is Nanny's character? There he is. Check. Yoimiya, you 90'd her and maxed her the hell out. You have 158 critical damage, a lot of critical rate. You have the rust, but R5, so that's the thing. You have an R5 rust, so you are getting 80,000 damage. I have level 1 of the rust, which is still 40% damage. Again, if you were to give 80% damage to Yenfei, a 4-star equivalent, or anything else, that's what would be nuts. But again, I don't doubt that you could do damage. But yeah, also you're rocking the pyro attack thing. Okay, that might be pretty good too. How much talent ascension? Okay, got 772. So I have way more. Yeah. So like I have way more talent level up than Nanny. Like he's saying he's able to hit for 48k or 24k. Sorry, 24k. On just pyro attack, and then 50 vaporize. I think it was 55 vaporize. I have more talent investment than him. I think I have better stats, all things considered. I have an artifact set that hugely buffs your everything. Maybe his like goblet has a shit ton of attack percent on it that I'm not seeing. Maybe that's the play. I don't know. Regardless, but it's this I think that's putting him in that next bracket that I was never able to get close to, because I only have 40% damage and not double that. But yeah, I don't know, because I have what's it, 23 critical damage, and all that. Also, I think I have a pyro goblet on him. That's one thing I didn't mention either. I have a pyro goblet. So his Yoimiya and my Yoimiya, the only thing that's different is that I have an R1 rust and he has an R5 rust, but he's apparently doing like 10x more damage than me. And to R5 a weapon is still a good bit to do, you know. So it's not just like one weapon, it's all weapons. And again, Yenfei has a free-to-play book. You can also just put her on a normal book, and I think she'll do pretty good, you know. She's also a 4-star, etc. But again, it's not fair, because I took off a lot of shit off my Yoimiya, and I put her on Hu Tao, because I found more value there, unfortunately. But yes, unfortunately, my Yoimiya doesn't have anything besides talent priority, and I have her at C1. That's another thing. I have her at C1, and Nanny I don't believe had any consolation. So again, my whole thing is like I have double the stat investment, and I think a better 4-star stack than Nanny, I think. And he's apparently doing way more damage than I ever seen. I never seen 24 damage on the regular. I seen that on occasion. No, I don't even think I seen that on occasion. I seen 15 to 18k. But again, I think it's also because Nanny has that 4-star or max refined rust, which is helping him a lot. Which is basically like specifically for Yoimiya, it's kind of like a 5-star equivalent in a weird way. But anyways. But I never seen near 24k and 55k, and I I 99'd her stuff, and I got like again an artifact set that gives you 40 or 50% more damage, and Nanny's I think only had equated to basically like maybe 25 more bonus damage. So I just feel disconnected with. Or not disconnected. I think the only thing that's different about mine and Nanny's is that I have way more investment, but Nanny has more. It has a better weapon essentially. So I don't know. That still doesn't really make me feel any different about Yoimiya besides the fact that you may need an R5 rust or her 5-star weapon in order to make her work. Because again, I showed you guys the amount of investment that I have in my character. But yes. Actually, maybe me and Nanny have a similar investment, because I think I do have Hu Tao on a critical damage weapon, so it probably would be close, actually, to the similar investment, but I just have 9 talents. Even so, I have never seen that level of, I've never seen 24,000. Also, you're not able to dip into Vaporize ever, because you're on a huge cooldown, you know, so that's also the weird nonsense there. But, yes, But ladies and gentlemen, well, we got plenty of time. Sorry, I thought we were pretty low on time. I'm gonna go ahead and do my Inazuma dailies, get some money. Forgive me for the interlude. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't absolute crazy. But yes. Malik says they're saying God using coming. Zombie says I want to crown the air. Spark says any idea why chat is missing on PC? I don't know. Weird. I don't know, man. What was that about? Clearly no. I have no idea. Spark says weird. I sent a message on phone that chat appeared. Weird. Oh, you finally see me, Logan. What do you mean you were here all the time? I'm so sorry I forgot your comic got devoured. The scout says, "Hey, Grin. I struggled understanding this. It's a lot. It's honestly not that much, but I understand if like you're trying to jump in at the midpoint. Trust me, man. If you start playing this game, you'll be like, you'll be so bored that you'll be like, I want to get into that end game stuff. Unfortunately, you'll have to wait because it's a time gated kind of situation. But you know, anyways." Also, Malik says, who wants Itto? Me, dude. I'm super fucking jazzed. I cannot wait. People keep, man, wish me luck, guys. I need you all to channel your luck. I feel like that's a weird sentence. Channel your luck in me. That sounds, I don't like it. I don't like it. Seems like a weird thing to say. Anyway. Oh, I got blitzkrieged. Great. God damn you, Lone Syndicate. Where are you? Fucking game scaling up based on your OP ass. Also not a good thing to say. Anyways, but no, dude, I'm super excited. I hope you guys give me your luck, because dude, if I can come out of there with this weapon, even like again, because to me, if I was hitting for 24k with Yoimiya, I would not be complaining. I'd be like, okay, that's more than most of my characters. My what do you call it? My ball hits for like 14 to 16k, but then also her burst is 106k, and also she has just insane weird value as well. Anyways, but what do you call it? If I was able to deal that amount of damage, I wouldn't be that complaining. I would still be able to use a character that I like the look of a lot, you know. So I would consider that to be quite the win. But unfortunately, I don't. I'm not sure. Again, hopefully Itto doesn't need that. Although with that being said, there is like the white blind. I just don't know if the white blind will go that far. Hopefully it does. I don't know. Although, man, I don't know. Garu also seems like he, again, the only big worry for Itto is he has multipliers, but no, actually, I guess his multipliers do base off, like, scale off of defense. Basically, the worry is with Itto is that essentially you have Garu right beside him. So, do you need Garu in order to make Itto like super optimal, or is Itto kind of okay, but with Garu becomes like super fucking insane? I don't know. Regardless, I don't know. The whole Garu get like, again, if it would be really nice if the 4 stars on the banner were not what they were. One's really good, but one's the most unwanted character in the entire game. I think Chi-Chi is even more valuable now. Not to say that, you know, Barbara can't, especially with the new artifacts, that get by. Also, sorry for the spoiler. I didn't mean to force. I was trying to do my best not to, and then I just let it slip. Sorry. But yeah. Lone Singer says, Grin, repost. I'll switch. Yoimiya is now where, but you'll have to wait a bit for it to show. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm not sure if I need to see your Yoimiya, Lone Syndicate, because we see Nanny's, and to me, like, again, I looked at both my Yoimiya and Nanny's Yoimiya. The only thing that separates them, I think, is the I think I was able to get a 200 critical damage on my Yoimiya too. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, because at first I was like, okay, maybe it's a little bit less of a difference, but now I'm like, that 40. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's 40% more damage on your normal attack, which is what she does. So I guess that makes sense. My goddamn 1 rust. If I had 4 rust, I'd be killing it. But nah, unfortunate. But my only thing with Yoimiya that like actually makes me sad is I don't know if it can ever be another Albedo situation where like Albedo, like it seems like Mihoyo's mentality when buffing characters is not to buff characters and to rework them, but instead give them a weapon that's like tailor-made to amplify them. But the problem with that is what happens if there's already like really high damage amplifying weapons like the Rust? And what happens when there's like you give them a stupid high damage weapon, but it would be good on any other bow user as well? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't think it's as easy as buffing Albedo as it is for buffing, for what it would be to buff Yoimiya. You know, if they ever did think, hey, let's do that. Because I think, you know, you got to think eventually at a rerun banner, they may give her XYZ. Although I don't know, because people say with her weapon, she's actually like pretty fun. Again, I don't think it changes the clunkiness of the character, but still. But yeah. All I'm hoping for is Itto good and usable and feels fun to play. It doesn't feel super clunky. Honestly, Itto looks like honestly like a very fun Razor, except this time with instead of just Razor just slashing and slashing and slashing and like dodging to be optimal, he seems like you're building stacks, which is satisfying. Because also, man, I don't think we've ever seen Itto hit with his like 90. So he has a passive talent where the more you unleash your stacks, the faster he attacks. Maybe we do see that, but I don't think we do. But yeah, if you have multiple stacks just to see your character like slash, just like bolt out immediately, that'd be awesome. Also, I think that would help with his final attack, which his final attack scales the hardest and he plunges his weapon into the ground. So to me, I think that would look absolutely sick on the thing. But yes. Oh, I'm continuing to do these. And I'm gonna have to leave pretty soon here. Actually, not really. We got still like 50, almost like 12 minutes. Probably a little more than that. Red says, also, I think Itto is underrated in the Genshin community, and I think he will be quite good for what I saw. Xiao level of power, I'm hoping. I mean, Xiao, I think I will like Itto playstyle. Yeah, that's also good. Yeah, man, that's the thing that people don't realize. People like shit on Xiao because he has like a really basic, kind of weird gameplay loop. But like people in I think the EU servers just loved him because he does like a shit ton of damage. I will say the only thing that's annoying about Xiao is if you're not doing a lot of damage, his plunge will like push enemies away, which is super annoying. Also, my nose is getting clogged. God damn it. But yeah, no. Honestly, like my original thought Red on Itto is I think he's gonna be one of the like he's a very very good pick. But I guess that's where I'm at. I'm in like a really skittish time where I'm like, man, I don't want it to be a weird situation. I've been hearing a lot of people like shit on him a little bit this week. And I'm like, maybe I'm off. I'm trying to find where I could be like misleading people or like off by a lot. But to me, if you look at Itto from a top-down perspective, he in his base attack combo string, he eventually his stacked expenditure, his charge attack essentially, scales off of like 400 damage. Which is a really high multiplier for your base attack, which is huge. And he can unleash, that's his final attack hitting, which is pretty good. But anyways, he's also a character that, what do you call it, that gives you, what am I trying to say? Oh god, I really need Lone Syndicate to be here. What was I saying? Oh, the White Blind. So he's a 4-star character that seems like he has a weapon kind of in some way made for him, you know? Also, please hit the ground. But yeah, he has a 4-star weapon kind of made for him, which is, again, the White Blind is a free-to-play weapon that seems really, really good specifically for him. So again, that's like a really good trait. Also, yeah, he's also a character that scales off of defense similar to Hu Tao, basically triple stacking his value. So maybe that's why they put shitty people on his banner, is because they're like, hey, this character scales off of defense, which means you're going to be harder to kill, and you're going to hit harder if you by becoming harder to kill by investing into defense. Investing? Did I say that right? I think so. Regardless, like that might be the reason why the banner for him is a little less desirable, where they're like, let's burn Barber here because the draw of Itto is going to be more than enough because we built him to be good. I don't know. I hope that's the case. But I don't know. At the same time, people keep shitting on him. And I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what happened, because I feel like people were super excited at the beginning of this week, and then people just got fucking like, I think you know what I think it is? I think it's people who are like, either they wished on Eula or they wished on Albedo, and now people are kind of trying to like, and I know you guys aren't doing this, but I feel like some people, like in the pursuit to make themselves like want less or to feel like they made the right choice, they start to like try to destroy the value of other things, you know? I don't know if that's the case. I think it might be. I don't want to be presumptuous, but yeah. Also, I still need to do this main quest thing. Also, can I not do those one quests here? Weird. Usually you're able to do the did I not accept them? I guess I didn't accept them. I just clicked on them. I guess I didn't accept. Ray says, I have an R5 rust on my Yoimiya, and that does not help her to be able to actually hit enemy. Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's the aiming shit. Also, man, she has the coolest charge attack ever. Maybe they do her like that. But again, if you give her, like, a weapon that buffs your charge attack by, like, a silly margin, just give it to Ganyu. And, like, she's just still like shit on, you know, give it to any other like bow user, you know, because it's not like her multipliers and her charge attack are high. So I don't know. Ugh. I thought no. Why can't I do these? Go to quest. Weird. Usually we've always been able to do these in co-op beforehand. Lone Syndicate, forgive me, but I have to leave you. Which I'm going to have to leave you in a couple of minutes anyway, because I have to go and end the stream, because I have to, it's my mother's birthday today, so I would like to spend it with her. Rozombie says, I run full support, Bennett, HP, Aquila Favonius, and Nobilis. Nice. My Bennett build is basically, I want my alt all the time, forever, and keep me alive, which is this. I have 300 energy recharge, a shit ton of HP, and no ability for our boy to deal damage. That's my build, but yeah, your build I bet is just as insane. But I don't know. I never really felt Bennett needs. I don't know. Yeah, I think my build is energy recharge, HP. I think that's what mine is, and then HP and substats, I believe. What are we doing? We're doing oh, quest. That's what we're doing. There they are. I wonder why. Again, I thought we always did those in co-op and it was fine. Huh. Astroblade says, where exactly in your body would you like us... I'm not sure I'm going to say that either. I think I'm about to say in the air, but it'd be a gross smell. No. Anyway, regardless, just like, no. No. I can't win. I can't win. Zombie says, day 1, AR-15. Day 60, AR-50. Oh, equals day... Okay, yeah. Yeah, also, you could be day 100 and you'll be like 55. Okay? Or 51, sorry. Being a little presumptuous there. Take my iron chunks. Dude, you remember when you had to do the iron farm? I'm probably going to need to do it again. It's just, it seems like awful. You know, I still need to do the one thing. Thank you so much, Astroblade. Astroblade said, happy birthday to your mom. Thank you so much. That's the key to my gateway into my heart, man. Just be nice to people I love to bits, and I'll be and you'll be in my good graces for sure. Although it takes a lot of, well, I don't know. If I find if I don't lose anything from giving people the benefit of the doubt or you know, thinking highly of people, then fuck it. You know, why not do that? Why not be kind and think the best of people? Red says, I think you need a Garu to make Itto work. I hope not, but I kind of get it. But wouldn't it be cool if, like, because that'd be the play, right? If Itto was good, like maybe like upper-ish DPS, but not necessarily Shao and Ganyu, kind of like heavy DPS kind of thing. But instead, like if you had Garu, made him like around that level. Because his constellations aren't that crazy. But the thing that sucks is that Garu, again, his banner to me is just super not appealing, you know? But yeah, also what was I gonna say? Something about, you said, oh, the one thing I will say for people who are playing Itto that's super important, he is not, like, if you're used to playing Razor where you're like your main attack hits hard, his main attack scales horribly. Which is why I think his 5-star weapon will make you feel like your main attack is actually hitting pretty hard. But again, you're like, if you have defense feeding into your normal attack, you have defense also going into your charge attack, and also that's the weapon also goes into charge attack. It just scales things up immensely, which makes me worried for his base damage. So say if you don't have his weapon that's getting like quintupled by everything that he does, that's a little worrisome, because again, what does that mean for his base stats? You know, but also I expect to do 1,000 damage on a regular hit. Like, you're gonna be one of those things where you do nothing until you do, which is why I think if you have like a ball or a Raiden Shogun, where you can kind of turn 1,000 damage into like 2,000 or 3,000 damage given your investment into her E, or if you have a Shincho, quickly pop off his ult, something will help you still knock down enemies when you're attacking, you know. Take my random flowers that I apparently have 5,000 of. How? What? Shit. We've played this game for far too long, my friends. Also, we got one more quest. We're gonna cash it in. We're gonna call Genshin relatively checked off the list. Although I think on maybe Sunday, we will grind a little bit more, because I'll just see if I can get like the little bit more artifacts before the end of the week and all that, you know. Also, Lone Syndicate says, Grin, me and my C6 Barbara wish you luck on your polls. Hey, Lone Syndicate, me and my C6, where is it? C6 Barbara as well wishes you luck on your polls as well. But wait, my C6 Shang Ling also wishes you luck on your polls. Oh. Good news is we have a lot of pity. So I'm gonna just be like, you know, get the fuck in here and get Garu. Please. For love of God, man. Oh, also, Zombie says, I wish resin recharged, yeah, just like more resin recharge. Yeah, 4 instead of 8, yeah. It's silly. Also, yeah, I don't know. Especially with like, I thought they would have done that for Inazuma, because there was such an opening for like, stuff like that, you know. Like, I feel like people were getting annoyed. Like, again, this is the perfect time for people to want to catch up. Although my theory of how, if you can get like progress really fast in Genshin was real. Like, what do you call it? I think MTash just made a rerun video or like a redo video and did very well. Like, he basically got to like Inazuma immediately just because he did a lot of the side quests and got to AR 22, I think, very quickly. You know, I think that's the cap for Genshin. So I guess Mihoyo was like, nah, we don't need to do that. They can do it. And everyone was like, fuck you. God damn you. Although, dude, that is the thing that does help the Itto situation. We're getting a crispy 10 pole. Also, what is that? Did we get a 10 pole? What do you call it? Before, like, for like the Game Awards, but not for playing the game for a year? Like, it just shows you the weird, like, I don't want to say it, but like ego or like shit in the gaming industry where they're like, hey. Give me this award to slap this on our Apple review or whatever it is. Scout says, I'm adventure rank 16 and I'm stuck because I can't find out what I'm supposed to be doing. Hey, Scout, my boy, I literally made a video exactly for you. I literally called it, I think like Genshin Impact how to progress, or the route of progression or something like that. I thought this was totally going to be a thing that people thought and happened, to where I go through like, here's how you build damage, here's how you go through the game, here's what you should focus your attention on, here's how you increase your adventure rank on the high end, and unfortunately eventually you'll have to grind chests on the low end. I went through all those things because I knew that was going to be a thing where people eventually hit the wall where they're like, what can I do and what would be my reason for doing it? Bang, I got you. Sorry, I was very excited. I was waiting for someone to say that. The video did very well, actually, because I was like, I'm gonna do this, and yeah. Also, I think Lone Secret says, oh no, Malik says, I finally got a 4-piece calm set for Kokomi. Oh, nice. Yeah, is it any good? Lonziga says, oh wait, Grin, I wanted to tell you about Yanfei build that's popular in the EN servers. It is a tank Yanfei. Her weapon is prototype Amber with a C4 giving shield and 4-piece Noblesse set. Alright, does she still do damage? Or is it just kind of like... The tank build doesn't make any sense to me, just because Spiral Abyss is so damage centered to where like if it doesn't matter that you can live. You know, if there was like a survival mode that like it was like survive, then you're good. But then there's bandits and junglies, so you just constantly reapply shield and you'd probably be okay. Also, I'm shocked that Genshin hasn't done a Fall Guys, like hasn't done like some sort of weird Tavat like puzzle jumper game, you know. I feel like that's on the list of you know, copyright, whatever. Lone Syndicate says, or plagiarism. Lone Syndicate says, also Grin, people are hyped for Ayato from that one voice line. I hope Ayato comes out and he just looks disgusting. Just the most unattractive man ever. Just to be like, you fucking pieces of shit. How dare you? He's gonna look great. Everyone looks great in this game. Except for Bennett showing his tummy. Malik says, also, I'm thinking since I like Diluc, Itto might be fun. Dude, I love Razor, and he seems like a similar kind of beast. Except more about, I think he's more of like a Razor and a Yenfei. Just because of like you're having to use his charge attacks if you want to deal any damage. Although I think Yenfei also hits pretty hard because he just scales off of Pyro and does predominantly Pyro, whereas Itto does like basically charge damage, and geo damage. But you can, unless you have a way to get like a shit ton of energy for him, I'm not sure how easy that's going to be. I think that's why Albedo is probably going to come in handy from just generating a shit ton of particles, but maybe. Or just have the right Shogun. But that's kind of a fucked up answer. Ashblade says, or a zombie says, I wish Resin, yeah, Kai says, I think you play Itto like Xiao, you try to get his burst Adeptus and go nuts. Then you switch off, do 4 normal attacks with his burst again. Outside of his burst, he will do nothing. Well, that's the thing, Kai. I think he does work. So if you build up a lot of damage off of a bunch of little enemies, and then you run over to, because basically he's scaling off of his like stack expenditure. It looks like it's a pretty low modifier. I think it's 150, but then he has another thing in his kit that scales up his base attack based on 150 as well, or like 100 or something. So he's technically going to be doing like 200 multiplier on that slash. And he also increases his attack speed as he expands his slashes. So for me, I think you could theoretically hit a couple enemies a couple times, even small enemies, and then run up to the big brute and hold and do your charge, and then just see him unleash a bunch of flurries, which I do think will deal damage. I do think his weapon is going to make him like the all-encompassing character where you can, like, your normal attack will hit hard, your charge attack will hit even harder, and if you use your alt, everything is going to get smashed. I think. But you might be right. You might be right. His normal attack may do nothing. Well, his normal attack would definitely do nothing. But I do think you could use him as a main DPS without needing his alt all the time. I think. But I guess it also depends on what you have. Lonesigan says, I'll even level 90 my Barbara just for you, Grin, to boost your chances. And then Tuesday comes and she's gonna stand next to you and sing. Not right. Please don't. I feel like that'll tempt the Genshin gods in a bad way. Red says, can you instead, Lone Syndicate, could you stand with me with your Kokomi, please, to bring our dog boy home along with our guaranteed Itto? Red says, burst as long. The Scout says, bet I'll check it out on YouTube. Thanks, Scout. Flo says, did we not get around 100 Primo Gems during the anniversary, or was that the concert bundle? I didn't think it was quite 100. I didn't think it was quite 10 pulls, was it? I thought it was like maybe, I thought it was 4 sets. Maybe it was a 10 pull. Maybe it was a 10 pull. Weird. So playing a game for a year is the same metric as winning a game award. Okay. I don't know. Still seems like I would personally value the other one. But anyways. But yeah. Maybe I misremembered the anniversary reward. But it is good that we basically got 200. We got almost 2 10 pulls, I think, right? Because we got the first like award, and then we're getting another 10 pull. So we're getting 2. Like we got the first edition right today, I think, right? So this is the one that we've been getting. Oh, I can't cite. I've already collected them, so they left. Shitty. That really cooled down fast. Mosing, it says, for you, Grin, sure, I'll stand with you. Thank you. Hopefully it makes sense, though, because I feel like Barbara, if fucking Itto Garu is going to be like, what the fuck is this? What is this fucking trash? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been nothing shy of absolutely lovely. If you have not checked out our stream yesterday where we sat down, chillaxed, relaxed, and watched the Game Awards and shot the shit. I would love for you, you can go watch if you want. I'm not sure if it's great. It's 4 hours I was spent at a certain point, but I did love watching with you guys, and I appreciate you guys giving me a single second of your day today as well. Thank you kindly for your time. There's also a video coming out today. It is a good old try not to grin, asking a very deep, methodical, all-encompassing question of life, and I would encourage you to check it out. It's coming out. Maybe I'll upload it right now, actually, before I leave. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll go up right now. Go check that out. Go check that out if you so desire. Red says we get 10 intertwined fates and 160 primo gems and the concert mail. So 20 pulls for the anniversary. Okay, nice. Enjoy your evening with your... Thanks, man. Thanks, Scout. Have a nice day. Everyone's been sweet. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I am prepared for it, but when Sunday comes around, we'll double prepare. Also, we stream tomorrow over at twitch.tv. Just hanging out, watching some... Probably watch the Game Awards in the background. We just shoot the shit, talk about upcoming games and whatever and everything. Because those streams always surprise me because we go everywhere. We talk about crazy shit constantly, and I'm like, I'm in the deep end, baby, but let's swim. I guess. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Go check out the video I'm about to publish right now. Thank you again, and goodbye.